I showed you that the belief in your personality, in your heroism, and in afterlife are not real. I took away every illusion from you, so now the ego is convulsively trying to find a last grip. But your ego cannot hide from me in any corner. The belief in God is the last belief we have to destroy. Or did you really think that I would leave at least the idea of God for you? When the ego feels limited and mortal in itself, it turns to something unlimited and immortal, God. The ego needs support, and its biggest support can come from God. After the personality is weakened, you may feel lonely, empty, and insignificant. These are exactly the feelings you wanted to avoid with the help of the personality. Now that you lost all grips, you turn to the most powerful one, the idea of God. You cannot touch it or even see it, and exactly that is why this idea is so powerful. But you use faith, just like you used your personality, to give yourself a false belief system. Now, the belief in God gives meaning to your life in the face of death. You may feel that now you really transcended your personality, but until the belief stays a belief, the transcendence is false. It is not enough to believe in God, you have to know God. And to know Him, you have to be Him. Belief in God is the barrier to God. Kill God to be God. The idea of God separates you from God. The only way to reach Him is to kill Him first in your own mind. The belief in God is such a dangerous lie because it is a half-truth. God is and is not at the same time. Your ego intuitively feels that there is something larger beyond it. This is the true part. The false part is that you imagine God as a person. You give a personality to God because you cannot comprehend how it is possible to live without a personality. You cannot see beyond yourself. Besides, as you live in a divided reality, you think that God is somewhere outside. Until you see yourself as a person divided from the world, you will see God divided from you too. But the reality is that God is inside you, just like the whole world. Searching for God, you are searching for yourself. You are the God who is creating the world, including the belief in God and the belief in your own personality. Believing in God means a step back in the evolution of your consciousness, while knowing God is a step forward. Since your early childhood, you have been trying to become independent from your parents, then from your teachers, and then from your bosses. You want to be an independent person, but the personality always depends on others. You want to create yourself intrinsically, but the ego is always created from the outside. When you become religious, you give up the fight for independence. You become like a child again, but in a wrong way. You don't become childlike, you become childish. In your prayers, you ask something from God, just like you begged for something from your parents, and when He doesn't give it to you, you become angry. God takes the place of your parents. You give up responsibility, but also your freedom. Taking responsibility for your own life is too much for you. Your unconscious emotions pull you into situations you don't understand. Then, you say it was misfortune or luck. You think God must have wanted it to happen. Now God is responsible for your life, not you. If something bad happens, you become frustrated and blame God. In contrast, being childlike means looking at the world with fresh and innocent eyes and admiring the beauty of creation with awe. It means living in oneness again. You perceive the world, but don't label it. You don't have any thoughts of your experiences. The mind doesn't come in between you and the world. When you really grow up, you take full responsibility for your life. You know that you created the life you are living right now. Not your parents, not your upbringing, not your teachers, not your circumstances, not your astrological sign, not your character, not your neighbors, not your partner, not your destiny, not your karma, and not even God. You are responsible and no one else. Full responsibility is the price you have to pay to become an independent, authentic, and free human being.